Armando Solis here from Advanced Quantitative Reasoning. We're going to be answering this question today, in the classroom, but we're going to be looking at this right here. You have just purchased a new vehicle equipped with factory installed tires, which is our P245 70 R16s, and we're going to go ahead and talk about what that number means. That's a special serial number that your tires come with. If you have a car, or look at your parents' car, this is the actual number on it. So we're going to be taking a look, and especially when we got this tire right here, that lovely tire. So always we have a couple of things right here that are really important. When we go ahead and have this number P215 /65 R15s, there's several meanings to the numbers right here. This number that you see, the one that comes right after P, the 215, this is our width of our tire in millimeters. So what we mean by the width of the tire, if you looked at the tire head on, it would look something like this. And what we're talking about is the space from one edge of the tire to the next, where it's touching the surface. And this is what it's rolling on. So that's what we're talking about, this 215. That's in millimeters. This stands for the tire height percentage. This is the ratio of height to width of the tire. So 65% of the tire height is the width, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes right now. And then this 15 stands for rim height, the rim diameter. So that's let me see, ratio. Well, if you look at the ditto, it's right here. Ratio of height to width aspect ratio, 65%. So instead of talking about our aspect ratios of 4:3, now we're talking about percentage-wise. We're going to be looking at a special factory tire that we have right here. And this tire is a P245 /70 R16 tire. Now, our width of the tire is given right here, and that's 245 millimeters. So basically our tire width goes from here to here, if you can go ahead and see that. We're going to go ahead and solve for several different things. We're going to find out what the total height of this tire is. We're going to go from the bottom to the top, where it touches the ground all the way to the top of the tire. So we're taking a look at this right here. So this is the width that we have. Now I can just simply take this right here, and we're going to go ahead and do something with that. But I got to go ahead and use this number later on. But what I didn't tell you is that this is in inches. I need to convert the millimeters into inches. So what I found, there's 25.4 millimeters per inch. So we're going to go ahead and use our dimensional analysis to go ahead and get rid of that, to go ahead and change that to inches. So our width in inches is going to be given by this. We have 245, and this is millimeters. We're going to go ahead and divide that by 25.4 millimeters per inch. Now I'll probably do it better if I wrote it another way. 25.4 millimeters per inch. So we're going to go ahead and do this math really fast, just to go ahead and find out what this is. 245 divided by 25.4. The good thing is that the millimeters will cancel out. So that comes out to approximately 9.64. We're going to round to the nearest thousandths. So it's 6 inches. This is our width. Now, to find the tire height, we're going to go ahead and remember this number right here. This is 70%. So 70% of this number, which is 9 inches, 9.6 inches, we're going to go ahead and multiply by 70%. So 9.646 times 0.70. Remember, when we go ahead and multiply any percentages, we're always going ahead and changing that 70% into a decimal. Just go ahead and divide that by 100 and you'll get that. That is going to be a tire height of 6.75. And let's go ahead and just round this to the nearest thousandth. So this is 6.75 inches. Now, where does that appear on our chart over here? Well, it's going to appear in this space. So basically, this is going to be like a donut. We have only a couple of parts. We have our tire height, which is right here. Then we have our rim diameter, which is right over here. And finally, we have another piece of our tire height, because there are two parts of this. This is 6.752 inches. This is also 6.752 inches. We have this part right here. We have both this top and the bottom. But we don't have our rim diameter. Well, actually we do. That's given by this number 16. So that R stands for rim diameter 16. So we have that number right here. So we're simply going to go ahead and add these three numbers together. And we will go ahead and get our full tire height. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do the math here. So let's see. If we want the total tire height, we're going to get 6.752 plus, and this is inches, plus the 16 inches, plus another 6.752 inches. And that gives me a grand total of 29.504 inches. And that is our total tire height. Now, what can you do with this? I can go ahead and use this to go ahead and find out what my circumference of the tire is. Remember, circumference is the length from one part of the circle all the way around and back to that circle. It's the rim length. We can use a simple formula. C is equal to pi times the diameter. Or we can use C is equal to 2 pi r. Now I would use the pi times the diameter because this is actually the diameter of the tire. What we can do right here is just simply take C times, that's going to be equal to pi times 29.504 inches. And that gives us a grand total of 92.689 inches. Now be very careful when you're doing the math here, because depending on where you go ahead and take your decimal, if you go to 3 places, it's going to be more accurate. If you take the decimal to 4 places, it's going to be even more accurate. Sometimes you might want to stow those pieces of information so that way you can be as accurate as possible. Why is this important? Well, we are going to be using this in comparison of another tire. Say, for instance, you go to the store, you decide to get bigger tires with, just bigger tires, and you put them on your car. Well, how does that affect number one, your performance, and number two, how does that affect how the car drives and the speeds you actually go? So we'll take a look at that in class.